Hey guys, today I'm making lemon curd and I'll share two types of lemon curd, shiny lemon curd and creamy lemon curd. Because I personally wanted to know this, I wanted to know both ways in the past. And I'm sure there's some of you who wondered it before as well. Shiny lemon curd is more traditional one. It has more soft texture and has a vivid tartness. And creamy lemon curd is just really creamy. It's really the best part, and it also has a little bit more mild tartness. And at the very end, I'll share some of my favorite ways to enjoy lemon curd. So stay tuned till the end. And before we start, make sure to subscribe my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video all about beautiful pastries from scratch. So let's dive in.
Let's go get fresh lemons from a store. Alright, so first let's zest your lemon. Like always, I'll leave all the recipe on the description below, so check that out later.
The smell is amazing, guys. Ooh, wakes me up.
Next, squeeze your fresh lemon juice. I'll be honest, this is not my favorite part. I generally don't like anything I need to use my muscle because I don't have one. So you could use pre-squeezed lemon juice instead, but I need to say fresh lemon juice has much more vivid tartness. If you prefer less sour, more mild lemon curd though, you might like the taste of lemon curd with pre-squeezed lemon juice. It still tastes good, but it's different. You know what I'm talking about. You can make both and compare them. Today, we're gonna use both whole eggs and egg yolks. Some recipe only use whole eggs, but by adding egg yolks, it tastes richer and add depth in flavors. Don't forget to save your egg whites to make macarons, lemon meringue tart, or souffle cheesecake, and so on. All go so well with lemon curd. In the pan, add granulated sugar and the eggs and mix. And add lemon juice and mix again. Heat it up with the medium heat and keep mixing constantly overheating. Don't stop mixing so that the bottom will not get burnt and the curd gets cooked evenly. So I have to say, traditionally, when you make lemon curd, a lot of people did not cook it directly in a pan and let it heat up on top of boiling water and slowly cooked it. That's how I learned at school a while ago, and my instructor is probably not happy right now that I'm boiling it. But the concept that meza is that it just takes much longer time. And I don't see much difference with the taste of boiled curd, to be honest. So that's why I'm sharing this way. I'm all about being efficient if the taste does not get worse. It slowly started cooking here, but not done yet. We're gonna keep mixing until it starts boiling. As it gets cooked, you'll see you get chunks of cooked egg whites here and there, but don't worry, after we strain later, everything will look nice and smooth. So just keep going. Now it started boiling and you see the curd got thicker more. Then remove from heat and strain with the fine sieve. It is very important to use super fine mesh to strain all the egg white chunks. If you omit this part, the curd will not be smooth and all the lumps give really unpleasant mouthfeel, so don't skip this part. I'll leave the links of where you can get one of the fine mesh sieve on the description below, so check that out later if you want to get one. The great news is that for both shiny lemon curd and creamy lemon curd, the recipe and the process is exactly same up until this point, before the butter is added. The amount of butter and how to add butter really creates completely different type of texture. So let me show you what I mean. So for silky lemon curd, add butter while the curd is still hot before it cools down. Once it's all melted, wrap tightly and cool it in the fridge. Here, it's completely cooled down. It got thickened just a little bit, mainly because it contains butter and it has this nice shiny consistency. Next, let's work on the creamy lemon curd. Just cook the liquid exactly the same way as shiny lemon curd, and this time when you add butter, let it cool down to room temperature. When you touch it, it shouldn't feel anything depending on your body temperature, but it has to be the temperature that the butter won't melt. Also, the butter needs to be really soft like this. That's because it will be much easier to get blended. Use your hand blender to let it emulsify. I'll leave a link of where you can get the hand blender on the description below. I highly recommend to use a hand blender, but if you don't have it, a whisk works as well. You just need to add your curd little by little into the very soft butter and whisk well each time until everything gets incorporated. Once it's chilled and set in the fridge, it will get thicker and creamier. I recommend to let it chill more than about 5 hours before use to reach the consistency. Here it's completely set. Look how creamy and thick it is. It holds the shape well, so it is very easy to scoop and fill, and that's one of the reasons why I like this cart so much for some desserts. Also, because of the higher content of butter, when you fill in your lemon tart, for example, the glass gets less soggier after a day. Keep in mind that by adding less butter, you can adjust the thickness of your curd as well. So check out my basic recipe on the description below, and if you want softer consistency, simply add less butter in the end. So that means even for shiny lemon curd, if you want even thicker one, you can add more or less butter in the end. Just play around with the recipe and find the consistency you like. And one thing I need to tell you as a caution, when you make shiny lemon curd, you can use a hand blender to make it extra smooth before adding butter, but do not use it after the butter is added because the curd gets pale color like this with more airs inside and it does not look shiny anymore. It still tastes great, but unless you like the look, don't do it. And now here is another exciting part. Let me share 10 of my favorite ways to enjoy those lemon curd.
Alright, so here is cute little jar. If you want to give this lemon curd as a gift, I think it's a great idea. It's such a fancy, cute gift for your guest. So instead of giving this on a Ziploc, I'm gonna use this and also this, how do you call it, a chalkboard sticker, and write something like thank you, or even just lemon curd, or homemade, or made with love, something that people will be happy. Thank you. Let's do thank you. Close really tight. And if you have any decoration paper, wrapping paper, or origami, what you can do is just cutting them into square size that's big enough to cover all the top. Place on the very center and then place it down. You can use string like this, tip right here, so that this paper is not gonna move around. And just to make it look extra cute, curl this part a little bit, just like your hair. It looks extra fancy.
Next, you can also use it as a filling of your cake, such as buttercream cake, mousse cake. Ideas are unlimited. I also like to mix in ice cream and make lemon swirls flavor. Tastes so good. I promise you will love it. It doesn't have to be vanilla buttercream. Try strawberry, pistachio, chocolate mint, or any other flavors you want. Even if the ice cream is bought from a store, if you add this curd and make swirls, it tastes like homemade ice cream almost. Next, spread on top of your bread. This time I used plain loaf, but it also matches so well with sweet bread like brioche and Danish.
I'm gonna toast this.
Next, add on top of crackers. So this is perfect for your home parties when you are super busy. Just buy crackers and cream cheese and spread your homemade lemon curd on top. This time I sprinkled black peppers as well. Even though it's so easy, people will love that the lemon curd is homemade. By the way, just to give you an idea for flavor combinations, I bought this rosemary crackers and vegetable cream cheese spread this time to make it a little bit savory, and I love this, so give it a try. Next, you can use as a filling for your chocolate bonbons. Some people might not be a big fan of lemon flavor with chocolate, but if you are gonna love this. Soft curd matches so well with smooth ganache and crunchy chocolate shell outside. And you can also spread on top of cheesecake. You know a lot of people love to spread strawberry jam or blueberry jam on top of cheesecake, but lemon curd is another great option that matches so well. You can also decorate with berries on top to make it look extra pretty. Or fill in your macarons. This is absolutely my favorite way. I love the tartness in macarons because macarons are so sweet. You can either mix in buttercream or fill it on the very center with buttercream. And this is the most popular way, I think, lemon meringue tart or pie. I'm a big fan of them, and I'll make a separate video very soon all about it, so stay tuned. And lastly, as many of you may know already, I love fruits tart and I love to use it as the filling. It's so simple and tastes so refreshing with all the fruits on top. You can check out the tart class recipe on this tutorial, by the way. I'll leave the link on the description below. This time I used orange, grapefruit, and blueberry. This time I was gonna eat right away, but I recommend to coat them with apricot jam or naparge if you don't eat right away, so that it won't get dried or the crust won't get soggy with the moisture from orange and grapefruit. To finish off, just to make it extra fancy, I decorated with mini chocolate discs. The one with creamy curd tastes less tart with more richness from butter, and the one with shining curd has straight and clear tartness, and it's very refreshing.
Did you?
Good? It's good, isn't it?
That's a chocolate.
I thought you like sour thing. Is it good? You like lemon? Sour! He's always here. Chocolate is always waiting for you to drop some pieces. Chocolate! I know you're so focused.
That's good.
Really good? Is it good?
What?
Alright, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a comment and ask a question if you have, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.